My name is Bobby Sharma and I am Area Manager for VUE Entertainment. Overall I have 11 cinemas, so starting from Birmingham out to Oxford, all the way down to Plymouth and then across to Swansea, and that totals around 150 screens altogether. I suppose my role is sort of 50% managing downwards and around 50% managing upwards. The downwards part is just making sure that we have the right tools, the right planning and the right execution in place. We're delivering the right standards front of house, but we're also meeting our financial and commercial targets, as well as meeting our customer satisfaction levels. The managing up part of that is being involved in shaping and driving the strategy for operations and also the business. So working with the exec team in trying new innovations and trying new things. School was enjoyable. I went to school in London. I spent part of my childhood living with my eldest brother in Surrey. I went to a grammar school there. Again, driven by my parents trying to keep me out of trouble and making sure I got a good education and a good start. With the culture of being Asian, there's always a really high expectation for the children to go into medicine, accountancy or science. I came back to the Midlands in around '84. And lived with my parents. It was good, it was fun. I was head boy, and that was interesting. But I think it was a bit too confined for me. Wanted to sort of like spread my wings a little bit. I think given that my eldest brother had done his doctorate in physics, it was sort of pushed that way, but they were strengths for me as well, and I was quite good at French and German, and I enjoyed my languages. And having had the opportunity to go across to Europe, I think maybe that was the early seeds were sown in my mind that there was other stuff out there rather than just the path that I was being pushed down. When I left school, unbeknown to my parents really, I didn't really want to go to university. I wanted to get out there and start working. I'm the youngest of six, and there's quite a gap between me and the fifth eldest, and I think that they had both hoped that I would follow the academic route. Took a while for my father to sort of like come round to my sort of train of thought. Well, I started off as a part-time umpire while I was still doing my A-levels. So the cricket centre was, I got to work with people, and that's really where I found the passion for working in more of a service and leisure industry, and decided that was the path I wanted to follow wherever it took me. And then I was assistant manager working for Aston Villa Football Club. I was actually interviewed by Doug Ellis for my second interview, which was quite an experience as a 19-year-old lad. So I was assistant manager over in Aston Villa, and then that's when I made the move over to cinema. And it was quite exciting, the buzz around Milton Keynes, in 1985, and everyone had started talking about these big multiplexes. So I didn't really know what it meant. But once you got into it, I actually saw that there was a lot of opportunity, but it was just something that got into your blood a little bit. And I think the whole environment of cinema is that every day is different, every week is different, because the films that come out all come out on a Friday, so your product changes each week. I've been in cinema now for coming up to 21 years. The thing that's kept it fresh for me is that I've done quite a lot of different roles. I do love films, but it was more about working with people and working in quite a fast-paced environment, and where you're face to face with guests and customers.